Welcome to the show. This show is known as the surprise show.
Yes.
Where I surprise people before they know we're on air. We're live on air. Welcome. My name is Rubama Daniel Chigozi. Manyama Peter Rubama Famuluja Chigozi. Dimozukuru wa Rubama.
Yes.
Kabiro Chikere.
Kabiro Chikere Nganja.
Sigaliana Gaya
Nebigenderako.
Yes, please. I'm the one asking the question.
No way.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
I love you. You don't change. Yeah.
I'm still
What
there.
is that Navio juice you share with us?
There is no Navio juice.
Really?
I feel like I do change. I feel like I'm older, but I feel like I'm wiser. So I have to agree with you that with age comes some wisdom. So yes, you don't change. She doesn't change. But I have
But
changed.
me, at least I have a bit of grave.
Those who are there since she was 16. Yes, she enjoys smiling.
So that's why.
Tell me about 20 years. So
20, 30.
20 years, you are telling us?
Problem is also you know me too well. So don't give them all the facts. Don't tell them all the
Bina knows
facts.
it well.
Just keep it. Yeah.
So tell me about the concert.
The concert is going to be, I think, something people haven't seen before.
Navio, you want something spice?
No spice.
You want grown
I think it's going to be, I know how much. I think it's going to be one of those shows that is now the combination of all the work. You know, when you get to a 5-year, people are still like, but has he lasted? You get to the 10-year, they're like, oh, has he got the awards? You know, you get to 15 years, guys are like, but can he still be with us? So to get to 20 years and still be, you know, be on 60 awards, you know, having won like best album last year, you know, before that, you know, to having toured 30 countries, by the time it was like 10 years, I don't know how many countries it is now, having toured all those countries, 30, 35 countries for my people. Having done those first concerts, Half the Legend, now Winne Nwagi, you know, all the way to Jogereza, this one now.
One of the Garden Cities,
Yes.
rooftop.
Yes.
There were so many.
It was a lot.
I even thought somebody may commit suicide and fall down.
I'm telling you know, like I was looking
you
at the
survive?
edge. I was looking at the edge there when I got on, and you know, you see those people come forward. I saw some small girl on the rail. I was like, where is she going to go? But luckily, at least we went on the roadside. So people, if they fell, would still fall to the parking, the lower parking. So at least police, please believe in us. We also care about Ugandans. So people to have seen all of that.
Yeah.
I believe now we have that combination of the awards, the touring, the experience, the hits, to actually do a 20-year and feel comfortable. Yeah.
But rapping in Uganda.
Oh.
Tebakwogeredde, tebakubulidde naye Navio,
They did. I think mostly because it was really big when I started. Because you had still old school. Old school was still really big in town. And of course, that's naughty by nature. You know, groups like, you know, the Montel Jordans was still a bit hip hop with the dress and this is how we do it. You know, everything was still a bit hip hop. And you were kind of moving into that doggy style, you know, West Side music that was coming up with the Dr. Dre's. That's when I came in. So hip hop was still pretty big.
Yes.
And then what you had was a situation where us, Lyrical G, Bataka Life, Bataka Urban Life, all of us guys, it just so happened all of us were high school kids.
Wow.
So eventually the parents were like, hello, are you going to educate yourselves, guys? So you had the biggest 8 groups move out of the market. These are guys who the market now had got used to. All of us moved out at the same time. All to go back to, you know, complete university. Some guys were only starting high school.
Yeah.
I think Clearcut, when we started, we were 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
15 was the oldest.
What?
So, yeah. So I guess that's the reason for just inbuilt 6-packs. It wasn't GM, we were too small. So the 6-packs were
When we
showing.
were playing you on radio,
I remember.
yeah, people were struggling to be famous now.
Yeah, we literally.
I think you were doing
Your
it
fam
for
just
fun.
came
It wasn't for
effortless.
money.
Yeah,
By the
I
way,
mean,
you said it was what, fun? Like,
yeah, definitely for fun. You know, we come out and we wanted to get better.
Okay.
You know, so we'd come to DV8, you know, and first we were like 30 people on stage. So one night we rapped, everyone trying to rap, the microphone was like 2 meters long. Mitch Egwan used to be the one hosting the battles. We used to pay him 90K to host the battles. It was Monday.
By those days, oh yeah, 9K was money.
So we'd have like 2 meters of the wire, so everyone's near the DJ rapping, and we said we need to fix this. So we picked the 5 guys who are more serious about it,
Yes.
and we all happened to be the better homies anyway. And we went from a rough diamond to being clear cut. That's where the name comes from.
Clear
From
cuts.
diamond in the rough
yeah.
to a clear cut diamond.
Clear cuts.
So that's where it came from.
Clear
So I did it.
cuts.
Yeah.
So how are you spicing it up this time?
By the way, you gotta
I-
bring
I-
those,
I have to bring back
the clear cut crew.
the memories. I don't even want to spoil the surprises. I'm just going to say the memories. People know I have, you know, songs like Ruckus. They know I have songs like Come On
Listen in
Shout.
the morning. Ruckus,
You know,
ruckus.
they know I have songs like
You see?
Burn. You know, they know I have collabos like Limukodo.
All I wanna know.
You know I
Oh,
have-
look at that song. Is
Yeah,
what
all
you
up
want from
from
me.
me.
That's
Hey,
Juliana.
sure.
Oh yeah,
In
remember.
P2, you are singing that. Wow.
I remember that song. That was Juliana.
I was just about to say youth was wasted on the young, but she was. She
I
was.
remember.
Yes, nice. So yeah, it was you know, I'm gonna have to do that, bring back those classics.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to push into the future as well. You know, I have some of my own hits. You know, everything from Nawuliranga to Jogereza to Galo to Bugumu.
Gallo,
You know,
yes.
there's that stuff.
Yes,
Then I have
yes,
collaborations,
yes,
the
yes,
international ones. Kid Sweat. I probably might miss out the R. Kelly one. But anyway, Kid Sweat, we have Burna Boy, Wizkid, the Ice Prince one. You know, like I have those to choose from. Vanessa MD. So I have those international collabos. I don't know what to do. And we cut down the show. Over the last 2 weeks, we cut down the show to 40 songs. And I'm supposed to get down to 25 songs. The
Wow.
way we have been almost losing friends in our group. No, how do you not do this? How
Yes.
do you not do that? At one point, people are going to throw out in Jogereza.
No!
Exactly. You see?
No.
Now some other people
No,
will
not
be like,
yo.
some people will be like, okay, let's throw out in Ngalo. You're right.
Even Gallo was a theme. No,
You see?
it was an anthem.
Yeah, sure.
Gallo.
Yeah.
That one, no.
I don't think we don't need Indibukono with Sim, right?
No.
You see, this is why friendships in my crew
I know.
are diabolical right now. So we need to
that
cut
is
down
tight.
from 40 to 25.
25.
It was 100 songs,
No,
40,
40.
now 25.
But then it's also on short. Isn't it on short notice? Did you just wake up in the morning or one of your kids say, you know, Daddy, you do a concert?
You were like, isn't it 20 years soon? I was like, hey, Wamba, let's get this money.
You know?
By the way, because it came from nowhere.
I had a plan for it. It's just, I think it seems like that because I did 6 weeks in the States. So 6 weeks, and then it's 1 month to my show.
Hey.
So yeah, so I was away doing the touring, and then I was also doing big things. You know, we went for BET. I did shows in Atlanta, Boston, New York. Then we went for the Hennessy 50-year celebration of hip hop.
Wow.
So there, Nas was the guy with us, and you know, we did the ad. Actually, it was coming out tomorrow. We did an ad for Henny when we were there. It was a full schedule, so I think people weren't even picking up the concert. But I was trying to say, guys, it's second.
Nas, eh?
They were like, but what did Nas say? They're like, guys, second September. My shows. They'd be like, oh, but what did BET do? Why don't you have one? So,
Those things.
yeah, what to do?
Because now who is behind your success? People think, Onomami's boy.
Yeah.
But the way I say things, I don't think.
They're saying don't remove Nawuliranga as well.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah, Nawuliranga. Even that one has to go.
No.
No. Jogereza, Nawuliranga, Bugubu, Ngalo.
Ngalo, Nedda.
Wind it up.
Have no go.
I know you have no. No. They're going to be on Wamba.
We're on the time limit, guys. Police doesn't wait for
For
anybody.
you.
No.
So behind my success, I will always say my parents are behind my success. Always.
The
I
ones
will,
that were constant you.
no, but they were the ones who fed me and educated me.
Yes.
They're the ones who kept me safe, kept me fed at night. They're the ones who gave me the baby bottle. So whenever people say, "Oh, yeah, your parents are the reason for your success," I'm like, yes, I hope so, because they've worked damn hard. And of course, from 10 years old, you have a single parent household. My mom was alone raising us, and she's always done an amazing job. So whenever people like mama's boy, I'm like, oh, you're damn right.
By the they've
You
always
are
would do that.
And
I
I'm
don't know
like,
why.
you are damn right. And a father's boy too. I only had 10 years with the man, but both of them, I don't really run away from those values.
But I think there is a lot that our parents have done for us.
Yeah.
But then we change into something.
Yeah. I feel like
Is it?
even playing.
Okay, yes, they did an amazing job. But the upper part, I have a feeling it's you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
When
nobody
people think
ever,
it's your mom.
nobody ever taught me how to write a rhyme. My mother doesn't own the Channel Awards. She doesn't own Afrima Awards. She
It
doesn't
says
actually.
that
At age
bride,
14,
like-
at age 14, she at age 10 is the first time I went to the studio. She took me there.
Your mom.
Yeah, at 10.
Okay, so
But I
let me
did-
ask,
but I didn't.
like when did you know that you can rap, or when did you
At
start the
10.
rapping thing?
At 10.
Then she took you to the studio
Took me to the
immediately.
studio. I dropped a rhyme. We put it on cassette tape. The producer was also learning how to produce. His name is Steve G. Yes, he was an apprentice at Baba Studios with Hope Mukasa. Now he's a millionaire. Anybody who wants money, go to
True.
Steve G
Uh-huh.
and tell him I sent you.
Now because that you have money, Steve Jean.
Jean has
So
money.
he took a chance.
Just a
Hope
stage.
Mukasa took a chance listening to me. So this boy has something. But the only guy I know who understands this R&B hip hop thing is where's Stevie? He called Steve. Steve was about to go to the States. Steve produced the song for me. After hearing me, he's like, man, I have to catch a flight, but let me produce something for this boy. Put his bags down. I rapped. My Canito. The microphone was this low. They used to put it down here. I rapped my thing at 10 years old. Done. Never picked it up again.
Wow.
I was done with music. I became a sports guy. Age 14, 15, we come back. All my boys are rapping. It clear cut when we started. I was a hype man.
Oh, like the way you say DJ Khaled.
Oh. You ready? We gonna give it to you. Anyway, Jambu Mayanja. Tom the Myth Mayanja, come and do it. You ready? Abba. You know what I mean? So I was a hype man. But I started seeing when guys would be like, Navio, now you.
They're like,
Navio.
man,
I'd be
okay.
like,
What are they?
okay, bye. Next week we're coming back. We have to end the show because of Navio. I was like, no, this is too much, yo. I need to
You have to
represent
step
my
in the
people.
game.
Yeah. So I got better every week. I
Nice.
started getting better. I was like, no, I have to represent.
So you're listening to who exactly? The likes of Nas,
the-
PDD,
yeah, early
the Left
on-
B.I.G.
Early on, it was those ones internationally, but locally, even the DJs were inspiring us. So we had guys like DJ Berry, we had Perfect Generation, we had D&D Slam.
Nina Vitoli Walu,
Those
no.
We had
ones,
MC
Ngasibamanyi.
Afrique,
I was also a Babie.
MC
Berry.
Afrique,
Mubabani
MC
Bina.
Afrique, and then from there you have the classic guys, of course, Caferos and Jimmy Katumba. Like I was getting all of that, and that's why my
Wow.
music, I'll go from Ngalo to Njogereza, back to Nawurinaka, back to Bugubu, back to Hamadi, because that is me.
So your
All
first,
of it is me.
Your first Uganda song, Nabi, was it Njogereza? Because I remember
No.
people over talking, they were like, how come people loved you? Ladies loved you. They still love you. By the way, people
used
thought that no, they still love you, though you broke our hearts. Okay,
hey.
their hearts.
Oh, oh,
Their hearts.
that's terrible.
But I thought, by the way, when you got married, people thought you were going to lose the audience, the female audience.
Yeah.
But no,
They're
I think they
still-
were cool with it. That's all there. This is
Yeah,
about you.
I mean, they're a
That
bit,
surprised everyone.
they're a bit pissed, but
Up
they're-
to now,
they're waiting to see
Online in-laws,
Yeah,
they are
they're
waiting
waiting.
for it to break.
So you woke
Looking
up.
for a way to.
So Navio, you woke up and said, okay, I want to marry.
I know, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Okay, that came as a shock.
yeah, the person was such a good friend.
Okay.
And we were friends when, she was a small kid there.
My neighbor.
But no, she was actually out from outside. So she was the niece of Ken Daniels, who's a good friend of mine. So he's her uncle. So she came, she was small like this. I'm like, oh, hello. We're both kids actually. We met at 14. Hey, hello. And then she came back after, and I was like, okay, hello. And now she came back another 7 years after.
And you're like,
I'm like, hello.
Ah,
The hellos were like, hello.
Hi.
It's more like, they come here.
something here.
So yeah, and I've always liked her personality.
Wow.
So now we are friends, but she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Represents herself well.
Nice.
By the names of Nasasira also. So she's one of my people. Everything was just too, it fitted too perfectly, you know what I mean? So, and a great appreciation for music herself as well, has a great voice.
is she a great fan, like, of your song, your music?
She pretends to be, yes. No, I think she is a little bit by now, by force.
So that means
It's
So
me,
wait,
it's Beyonce, then me.
Beyonce.
No, it should be number one, and then Beyonce next
Yeah,
there.
you see, that's what I'm telling her also.
Man.
I'm working, so on my 30 years of Navio, I will have
Make
won
sure
her.
that you're top of the list. Okay, so now when you saw her that time, when you're like, there's something here, that's when you started dating? That's when you had to shoot your shot, or you're like,
Yeah,
we are
no, we
friends,
started
so-
dating. So now, also after that, we dated now for another 8 years. But I knew
Wow.
already. I knew. I was like, oh,
So
if you can even hold me for 2 weeks. So now she held me for 8 years.
Wow.
And yeah, Kwanzaa.
So it's true. Men can tell that I'm going to marry this one.
Not as quickly as women. I think women have their boxes, like 5 boxes. Like this, you're in there. For men, it's more like we discover it slowly. And that's the issue with men, I feel. We discover it slowly. So women can tick the 5 boxes. For us, we'll be like, oh, everything was okay, but my family all hate her guts. Oh, wow. Why? Then you also start having the doubts in your mind. So, because it comes a bit later for us,
Okay.
that's what gets us in trouble. But women can really,
Tell,
of
like,
course,
okay.
you're natural readers. You have to know, you're looking at a baby, you have to know what that baby needs without you. So, you have that sixth sense.
Yeah.
There is something that Kika said. You said you were not a fan of Basude, isn't it?
Me? I'm a fan of every Uganda musician.
Okay, that Basude said was Sanju. So, do you think that works?
Marrying the whole family, this one. The whole family?
No.
The house?
Like
What do you mean?
like them being a family friend, or
No, I mean,
like
no
in
such
your
rules.
parents,
Yeah.
or they know the family that they're going to marry into.
No, I mean, when I know that it doesn't matter who I was with, if I had met this woman, even after I said I'm engaged to someone, I would have ended up with this woman that I'm with now.
Wow.
You understand?
Yo,
It's
I
that
understand.
you need to be that sure.
Intentional.
Yeah, that.
What if
intentional.
how about parents who don't support?
So what if parents are
Yeah,
like, no,
I mean,
no.
for me, it's going to. I think, luckily, we're both very logical, and weirdly enough, my mom, when she came into the country, now she was older. I was already going to have lunch with her the next day. My mom comes, she's passing by my house. She's like, "Oh my goodness, I met this amazing girl. Daddy, you have to meet her. Oh, here's the picture. This one. I'm like, oh, I know her.
Hey.
Imagine.
Like, okay.
So that was already a family tick.
That's a tick.
She's
right?
like, she talked to the girl for 10 minutes. She was just
So like,
gone.
yeah, this is it.
She did that one didn't know that was my mom. Whoever didn't know the other one was who. They just met. So yeah, they hit it off from the get-go. So that was easy.
Imagine.
But even if they didn't, I'm always going to follow what I think is right. And remember, I have kids. You know what I mean? So it's like that is what I also think about with a person. Can I put you? Can I send you to Paris with my kid? You know what I mean? And you guys will be cool. You'll be fine. Everyone will be. You get along. Can I send you to the Sahara Desert with my kid?
With my kid?
If I walk outside now, bam, God forbid, something happens to me.
No, my phone.
You know, do I know that my kids are safe, taken care of? That for me is always a big deal. Whether or not me and you produce the kids. You know,
Alright,
there's sometimes me and you will have the kid. And yeah, I mean, but yeah. So she represents all that for me, and a friend, and someone that I care about. She's.
So you
That's
believe
my
in the
G.
narrative of date your friend, marry your friend.
I
Things
believe
become-
in that you marry who you are obsessed about, like who you love completely. Not obsessed in that crazy way.
No, I know that bad obsession.
But someone you appreciate, you can even give them their space. They know when to give you your space. You do have those natural barriers, but you also know when to,
I understand.
comfort each other. You need to be, you know what I mean?
So now you're dating for long, 8 years. You know how these days they're like, if a guy dates you for 1 year or 2 years and there's nothing going on,
Sweet.
go move.
Yes, right.
There's no time wasting. So 8 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
I know it's crazy, but maybe she knew that I was going to
No, okay.
come around. No,
That's why she waited for that long.
did she wait or did I wait also?
Okay. You both waited.
Yeah, waited for each other.
But you know, it's you to make the fight. You know that. Because me, I can wait for you, Navio, and then next thing I know, I'm seeing pictures of Navio on social media. Navio, I'm like, no way.
But the
I was
hints
with
that
him
women,
yesterday.
but the
There
hints
was a
that
picture.
women, the hints
The
that
picture?
women.
Which picture? Navio is looking at you.
What did I do?
With Winne Nwagi.
Hey,
That
hey,
one?
oh, the video.
The video.
Yes,
That video.
yes.
How could you even say yes after seeing that video?
What do you mean? We were dancing together, and we're artists also. Haven't you seen even Sean Paul and Beyonce? They get on
But
and
then
dance.
why didn't you continue with the flow?
We are flowing for like 3-4 minutes.
No, you were not flowing.
Yes.
Babie.
The video you have, remember, was like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. So it's me, it's this, and then Unagi. Then I go to the camera guys. I'm like, you guys good? The media. I was asking you guys, got your shots.
Are you okay?
Nice. And me and Winnie walk back to sit down together. So now even Winnie the next day puts up a video of us dancing for like 2 minutes. Wait.
But
A
then,
long video.
but then the other part.
All of it was there.
No, you didn't.
That's the third time she had dropped it. And I was faithful for those two. With her. And then the third time,
The
I was
other
also
one-
like, we've given these guys enough.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah.
I was like, guys, we'll take care of our... we had a birthday party of a friend. We also, it was a fundraiser for something. We were like, guys, you have your material. They said, oh yeah, you guys are together. When we were just talking, then we started dancing.
Okay, the
Let's
dancing.
put on
I
a show. We're in
expected.
the showbiz. So what they did was take the last seconds and make it look like when really even me, I was taking care of our brands.
Right.
I was like, really, they have us already dancing.
That's
2-3
okay.
minutes.
That is enough.
To leave us star. Fire baby. Fire daddy.
Bana fire baby wa muyiwa yolimba. Okay.
Trust me, that's my homegirl. I respect her from here to the moon.
Yeah.
And she's an incredible dancer.
Oh, very.
Even
So-
right
so
now,
whatever she was
I feel
dancing-
like dancing with her. Right now, I feel like dancing with her. That's how good she is, you know what I mean? So, yeah, better believe that.
But would you dance now since you're married?
I was
those
dancing with her
dance-
when I was married.
He was
I
married.
was already married.
That's why that was the whole thing.
Yeah, this is
No, but
this is
the
show business.
dancing
I've
was
done-
different.
I've done
No, it was
100
the-
No,
videos.
he was supposed to
Auntie, but even that
play along and he
at that-
refused.
What did I
at
do the
that-
first 2 times on the long video?
That's why
I
it's-
danced with her, but I'm not a dancer. I'm a singer. First of all, okay. So I was like, Winnie, let's go sit and talk. We went and sat together. Happy,
Babie.
So are there any changes? Tell us, are there things that you sacrifice after marriage? Are there things that like a man, men, they say we don't have to change.
Yes. I feel like the thing you want to negotiate is how your colleague used to face like this when you're in the way. Now please make some space. So now as a man you can't just, you need to organize your
Legs and
organize yourself. Elbows, what? Consider each other. Consider each other, unless you have a 7x7 like I do now. Consider each other. Changes. I feel like I do have more of a person that I can who really wants the best for me. Because the best for me and the best for her is the best for us. So when I call her, it could be anything, Oh my goodness, my jeans are torn. Should I go back on stage?
wow.
You can call about crazy issues like that.
Yeah.
You can call about simple things. Hey, where do you want to go this weekend? Simple things. So it goes from simple things to convoluted things. Oh my goodness, am I going to shame us? Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes she doesn't know. You call each other just to bounce the idea off. Hey, my friends are saying I should do this. What do you think? There's this song that I'm going to release. What do you think about it?
That's not.
So
What if she
it's
says
really-
no?
If she says no, I
don't like the
I
song.
should strongly consider.
I don't think you're very
The song.
stubborn.
Yeah, I'm stubborn, but not as stubborn as my mother. Thank you. So I will strongly consider.
Your first kiss. Tugenze.
Woo!
Yali when?
5 years old. I was in boarding school.
Started kissing when you were 5 years.
Do you want the facts? You want us to lie on national television?
No lie.
Yeah, sincerely.
5
We
years.
kissed on the cheek, but that was my first kiss, okay?
Okay.
A girl called Lillian Emmerich.
You still remember?
Magambe.
Don't tell me that you still remember all your ex's names.
No, I don't.
Okay. I was going
But
to be like-
the kiss was also terrible. So, no offense.
That's why you
Lillian,
remember.
but it was never going to be you. No. No, that's my G. That's my
But anyway, I think that those first kisses are terrible. So how did you learn? Did you also
How did I
use
learn
an
how to-
apple? Yes, Doreen used an apple.
An
learn
apple.
To
Yeah,
learn
I
how
told
to
myself,
kiss.
I got an
Hey.
apple, like, okay.
Oh, the apple of your eye.
Apple.
Oh.
Because if you teach yourself.
His name was Apollo.
No, there was no apple.
I think, and then that's why she used an apple.
Apollo Sevagala.
Because when you-
Apollo,
it's embarrassing,
Apollo.
like, you know how you want to learn, you watch something and you're like, let me teach myself.
I think it was TV.
TV, for you? John Rambo Part 3.
No, those soaps.
Hey, White Rose.
Ah,
The rest of the
Yes. and the novels.
Yeah, by the way, you guys would read the...
Yes.
Okay.
For you went with the flow.
Man. You could nacho.
Right?
Go with the flow. Feel the vibe. They also... these lips weren't in fashion when I was young. So I had, my lips were my head like this. People always used to be like, hey, you want your puppy lips, you want to fashion. You know what I mean? So they had this big lip thing that they bullied me in school for having big lips, But everyone wants them now.
Right? Oh.
They do surgeries for this.
But I love men with full lips. Yeah. Full lips are
Respect
nice.
African.
Now I'll be lying to you. Now I like
What?
the small ones.
Small lips? No. I love full lips.
Because of getting kissing lessons from John Rambo. Why are you watching these? Why are you watching these white movies?
Oh, yeah, white movies.
You need to come back to.
Okay, so does she dictate what you should put on? Does she chooses
That's
what?
right. I would be a lot more stylish if she dictated it. Yeah, she knows fashion quite well. Actually, she
But
studied.
she can be like, I want you to put on this today. Can you do that?
No.
Or you
No, I
be
mean,
like,
I'll be like, why?
This one want.
I'll be like, why? Why? Like I said, it's also give and take. Sometimes she'll be like, yo, this is a new, like I wear a lot of
trend
her
or
stuff.
something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like she makes clothing also.
Oh, really?
So sometimes I'll walk in and be like, what am I going to wear? And
says,
she
"I have
can
something for
literally make me a shirt
Oh.
in 30 minutes, and I woke up.
Wow.
So she has that talent, which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you
I
support?
children
I definitely
being
support.
that daddy.
I think I've taken at least 100 pictures this year wearing the stuff. I definitely support because I like the stuff.
good.
I'm like, don't think because you're my wife, I'm going to just wear your.
But then, let
Do
me
you
ask
also
you.
buy or you're given free?
I buy.
Oh, that's
You buy
like,
from her?
like all of Uganda should. Check out at Nasimbwa for you.
At
Nasimbwa for
Nasimbwa.
you for all the clothes you can imagine, and great bags as well.
Oh, so when
All
she says,
tailored and made in Africa.
wow.
You go.
so you buy that is good. You buy from her.
Absolutely.
That is nice, supporting
Oh,
your
that
wife.
is
That is
good.
cute. Because other men don't do that. They can't even do that. That is a family business. I'm your husband.
Hey, bring it.
And then,
in.
like, please, I
And
won't
where's
pay
the
you.
money actually you made this?
Where is the
Then
money?
her and Navio, they 50-50. Where they because she's
Sharing
working and
stuff.
then afterwards you want her to provide at least to put the bill 50%.
What do I
And
think
the
about
men,
it?
what do you think about it? I think it's the men supposed to provide, not so.
I-
First, our command
Fully.
is supposed to be
Yours. What's yours is yours. I feel like
yes.
there's levels, for heaven's sake. I mean, if your wife is working for Bill Gates, can we be reasonable?
Like if you got a woman who has more money than you.
Yeah, can we at least see what we can do as we as us? But some men even then are like, no, I'm going to use this 2K. We live on it. Then she goes and eats outside the house. That's but I feel like these things have to be discussed. We're logical human beings.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like, she'll be like, I want to go to Paris. Well, I think actually that bonus you got from your job, you handle that perfectly.
I want
It's
an
a give
iPhone.
and, it's a give and take. It's a give and take. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm from Africa. A man is a man.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, I'm gonna take care of it. Whatever happens, and I feel like whatever happens, she's going to take care of it.
True.
And as long as she can see my effort, it's not like she's going to be like, this guy is still not making as much money as me. I'm going to take my kids out. Because me at least I have my job, my money. Independent women. That's not really fair. If a man has a vision, a way that he's going to get further and do bigger things, he's reasonable.
Be
That goes to
reasonable,
you,
ladies.
especially.
We understand. We ladies, be reasonable. If your man is
Hash
making
is
less
okay,
money.
but you.
No, if my man has more money, I won't be very reasonable. If I have more money than my man, I'll be reasonable.
Yeah.
I've learned. You've told me to be reasonable.
Be reasonable in
If my
both.
man has
Why are we unreasonable?
No,
Where?
no. If you have more money, why would I be reasonable, Navio?
When you have more money,
When you have more money as a man, I won't be reasonable.
you just be spending.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we have to spend it.
Take that.
Because there's a
Forget the
there's
kids.
a lawyer who said yesterday.
School fees.
There's a lawyer, a Kenyan lawyer last week who said he was advising the women that we should actually, those who are married, we should demand money from our men, because if we don't, you men are going to spend that money on your side chicks.
Oh wow.
Oh yes. So
Wow.
yeah. But if we don't demand money from you guys, you're going to spend it with the side chicks. So those side chicks have way more tactics.
To get the money. I feel like really you need to know your man. And if now you're in this position where you're arguing, you're like, but you gave Priscilla, you gave the other one
More money
More
than
money,
me.
yes.
yeah, the enemy. Yeah, already there's a problem. You need to be like, who is Priscilla? Who is she to you? And try and tackle that first. But also, yeah, I mean, demand, definitely.
Yeah.
If money is going elsewhere to crazy things,
Demand.
drinking, gambling,
Right,
betting
right.
on football, and other assorted things
Women,
like that.
bitchy.
Side women,
Demand.
Then demand. I think because you're going to at least buy something sensible.
Then Navio, how come you?
But you might also be borrowing to go and gamble. What's the money for?
Money for taking care of myself.
Like hair, wow.
Yeah, well that's
Yeah, that's good. That's money.
looking
well
good.
spent.
Looking good for you. Yeah.
How come you didn't do drugs?
I did do
Drugs.
drugs. Like which ones?
Like Jaga,
Marijuana.
cocaine.
I feel like I said, you have a choice early in your career. Do you want it to be 5 years of Navio? You want to be celebrating 20 years old? because I'll tell you, with alcohol you celebrate 5 years. With the other one you're talking about,
Okay, marijuana.
yeah, those you'll be celebrating 2 good years. You have 600 days with which to gamble with your life, in my opinion. 600
So how did
days.
you survive?
Did I? I mean,
'Cause, you know,
I
you
mean,
did-
for us also, we came in at like so young.
Yeah.
Yes.
What people were doing around us was ludicrous, and I was seeing it from sober eyes for 10 years. I didn't start
Wow.
drinking till I was 30. I was seeing it through sober eyes. Everything happening around us, everything you just mentioned.
Very sober.
From 14, 15, we had good managers. We go perform, shwee, home. You know, I mean, we're the first. I think we're the first group to get paid $1 million here. From, you know what I mean? So we had that extra money. We had money on us.
Wow.
But get this, basketball kits,
Yeah.
what, flashy things, mobile phones. You know what I mean? That was more our vibe. But everything was around us. But I think we saw it at such a huge level early on.
Yeah.
For me, that's what backed me up. I'm like, I was looking to the future and I was like, I can turn into that. That's not the artist I grew up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was looking at my idols and I'm
Okay.
like, you know when they say, never meet your idols? That's kind of what happened to me. So I saw some of my idols and I was like, wow. That's the guy I used to see on TV and admire and sculpt my hair after.
I know.
That's the guy. Like, damn. And I'm 14, so I'm seeing you from clear eyes. What you're doing, what it's doing to you, who you were.
And then you're like, nope, I'm not
Like,
going
I'm
there.
Good, I'm good. I started drinking at 30.
Wow.
Some of my boys.
So why are you
15,
doing
they
tea?
were in there.
Why aren't you drinking now?
Because the sun is
Out.
for heaven's sake.
So they're wondering, how come you've never been in Wrangles? Like, I've never had you come up with a stand to sell whatever it is you want to sell. You know, Wrangles, you're having friction with a
Yeah.
particular artist. How have you kept that?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty okay until family comes into it. I am able to stay pretty level-headed. And even when I do say something, I'm like, why did I say something? This guy is in more. But sometimes you have to stand up and also defend for family.
Yeah.
I can dare to embarrass myself because I'm standing up for. You know, you're talking about my kids. That's my baby. You understand?
Yeah.
So each time you step on stage,
Who is going to be the first line of defense? You talk about my wife, who's going to be the first line of defense? So I've had situations with people, but usually most of them end up apologizing, or they just seem to disappear from the chats
Yeah, because
after
you
a
don't.
year. You know, I mean, it's like every time a good
because I think
rapper
it's
comes
hard.
out, they'll always pit them against Navio.
I know.
You
I know.
they're
I
like,
know. I
oh,
know.
because I mean, they go to Nairobi, they hear, oh, Navio, wow. Navio, wow, he came here, he has this hit, this hit. You go to Nigeria, they tell you, oh, but Navio, wow. South Africa. And now just imagine in Kampala. You know? So, with a lot of people who are expecting to get the crown and it never comes to them, I also feel them. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I know you're doing good stuff, but I'm also good.
Right?
I'm also okay.
I'm
But
okay.
are you also helping others?
Absolutely. I mean, people haven't really figured out how I'm helping, but they just see the work.
Okay.
I've been instrumental in the careers of so many people who are on the charts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people I just helped. Small things, big things, GNL, Keko, Unique, Don MC. You know what I mean? Like the list goes on.
I thought you were self-centered.
No, I help out a lot. And now it has forced me to write a book.
Oh.
So on my birthday, October the 19th, I have a book
You're gonna
coming
launch a
out.
book.
Yeah, it's gonna be talk about, you know, just being a dynamic businessman in our economy.
Wow. That's nice.
So because I'm done really with trying to help and am I helping? I'm like, you know, so I'm going to be like chapter 6. Chapter 3.
Go buy the other one. Chap, this is yours.
So yeah, I'm doing my first book October 19th. I'm very happy about it.
Nice.
I know it's too much. TV show, 20 years of Navio concert,
Yeah.
book October.
Nice.
Someone has to.
Someone has to do something.
That quickie.
Yes.
The quickie. Waya. Waya Navio. Or should we fast?
Cut to commercial. Offline. If
Yes.
it is a question others have answered, I
Yes,
will
it
briefly
is.
go.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
they've
they have
I will
answered.
briefly go.
They have
No man
answered.
has gone before.
The best of the best. There could have been many.
Yeah, no, I wish. Just one. I'm a simple man.
You're a simple man. Somebody was telling
What
us
was
in
the
a
question?
sauna.
Wow.
He said I had a very quick quickie in the sauna.
So you can die.
I was wondering.
It's like being in the desert.
I think it's
But
just
you
what
look
second.
guilty. Why are you
Me?
looking guilty?
Yeah, I'm there.
She's there. She looked at her phone. She's looking in the trees.
No, I'm going through messages here.
Hey,
no.
okay. Massages or messages?
Messages
Okay.
here.
Double checking.
But you know what?
When was it?
Maybe you cannot suffocate from. A quick is a quick, honestly. It takes seconds, unless yours takes an hour. Navi.
But
Where?
in a sauna.
No. I don't know others, but me as me, I don't even do cookies.
Ah,
Asha.
Navi, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
That is a lie.
Hey, you know who to ask.
So you take your time, like.
Yeah. Maybe the sooner you open the door over, then some of the hits go out. It will work on.
Hope you don't. Are you the kind of person who has planned sex?
No. No,
Timetable.
I don't like
Monday,
overplanning.
Wednesday.
No,
Makes
you
better.
can't overplan. But sometimes you have to, for heaven's sake.
No
I
way.
think you have to. The people who, the husband maybe gets home at 5, 6 p.m. The radio host comes in, maybe has a late show, gets in at 10, 11, finds a guy sleeping, wow, so it's like, see, before breakfast. But
That's to go down.
you gotta, I feel like it's an important part of a relationship. You have to try and make that work, whether it's day, night, work.
Navi, how come you've never posted, okay, before marriage bits, when you were dating, how come you never posted anyone on your social?
Yes, I did.
You've never. I've never.
I even posted half in those 8 years.
Unless we used to put different captions, you know, and we couldn't tell.
Oh, don't know. Maybe there's a difference. My FB and my Instagram.
Because all of us, like, don't you single before you got married? That's why the world was shocked.
Guys are pissed.
Yeah,
no,
and she's like, how
I
come?
moved with her like we were living together. So literally, when they come when you do like an interview at my house, she'd be walking around.
Also, basically, so for you, you support couples posting themselves even before marriage? That is okay?
Yeah. I mean, you do. At the end of the day, you do what you love.
Okay.
You know, do what you
Then-
love. Put it out there. Be proud of it. I think there's an issue now with doing it for likes. I think my online has had such a big following because for me it's very natural. Things I do every day. I'm not trying to floss too much. You could schedule. This is just my life actually.
Yeah.
But I think for other people they see it sometimes like, oh, we have to pose like this, pose like that. I'm like,
Yes.
Hey,
not
we shall
posing.
have a good
That's-
life.
I'm really in New York. That is really Nas. I'm really the ambassador of
That is you.
head office, Paris. I don't report anywhere. So it's really my life. So for me, it's just natural, and I think that's probably another thing that's kept me here for
Okay.
30 years, 20 years.
People are saying they need a collab with Ray G.
Ray G. Okay.
The one from the Western. Was it Ray G?
Ray G. Yeah. No, he's
Yeah.
dope. He's dope, man. Any day. I love collaborating with dope artists. So hit me up, Ray G. Ain't nothing faze me.
Okay.
Have your things. Eh? Paris, what? Was it social capital?
Hey, to get there.
I don't think it's fasting and praying. There must be something.
Yeah, I work hard.
Don't you work hard bad way? People saying you don't work hard.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, they attribute your success to your mom.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I
They
don't
think
think
the
it's
mom
so.
was giving you everything.
Yeah, but you know-
It doesn't
you know what's so
work.
crazy?
So you use her networks.
You know what's so crazy?
Even that.
Networks in the music. How in the name of Jesus did I get 45 videos to MTV? I have 45 videos. I've played on MTV.
Wow.
I'm sorry, guys. My mother doesn't own that one. You know, I've toured countries, over 30 countries, close to 40 countries. There's no business my mother owns in those countries, guys. Let's be realistic.
Maybe she
I've
calls.
won awards for lyrics.
Okay.
Lyricist of the year here, lyricist of the year. You can't act that stuff.
No.
Best song, that's God-given talent. So
Yeah.
I don't even mess with that. I'm just like, I know what I can do when I'm put behind the microphone, and that's actually what I'm known for. Over here, they have that thing of, I'll do some complicated rhyme,
Yes.
and they'll be like, yeah, it's nice, eh? It's danceable. Whereas when I rap that verse in Kenya, they're very tuned to hip hop. Tanzania,
Wow.
and these are the big markets: Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, Nigeria. So when I rap verses there, they know me as a small god. You understand? They're like, this guy is a lyrical, best out the East. That's it. So that's why it's always funny for people when I'm like, oh yeah, there's some guy trying to battle me again. Especially the media in other countries also. They're like,
Do you want to battle on Navio?
I mean, who? Then they hear the other person also. Now they're also really tuned into the lyrics.
Yeah.
And that settles that.
How can one make money? People are saying music, it's kind of hard to make money in music.
It's always going to be difficult. You need to be 100% switched on in Uganda. And the main issue has been just getting the royalties. Can you imagine? People live off ringtones. And that is 1.3%. We get 1.3%.
Hey, it's 1.3 now. I thought it was 2%.
Oh wow, that's not even a big artist. That's not even a big artist amount that they're getting. So if they're getting 3 million, well, so like imagine everyone's supposed to be getting 30, 40 million just from ringtones. Now if we have corporates that pay us like other countries, what has happened here is we used to get paid 5 million, and we still get paid 5 million 15 years later.
Wow.
Nigeria, they used to get paid 5 million, and now they're getting paid 100 million to perform. Because the corporate is growing.
Okay.
As your telecom grows, you create a bigger marketing budget. As your marketing budget grows, you pay artists what they deserve and what they actually bring back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just logical that your price should move up. That's happened in every other country except ours.
Here he increased.
Then minus his 40 million there, and his even just say 20 shows a year, where he's getting paid 50 million there. So we go 50 million, right? So now he's already a billionaire. Already.
When you find Canavio.
Then you have royalties. Radios and TVs are supposed to be paying you every time that song spins. You charge your advertiser a few million.
Yeah.
We have the song, you don't even pay $1 to play. We have 40 stations. Each of them play your hit every day.
Yeah.
If I show you my song boost, whichever other app you guys use to monitor your song, my song plays on the station, every day. If there are 50 stations in Uganda, if
You'll be making money.
And they're playing stuff, different videos, different times a day. At the end of the week, how much is it?
A lot of money.
So that, plus what corporate should be paying us, plus even endorsements, plus
The adverts you're doing.
the ads. This is
You'll
why
be making money.
Yeah, this is why Whiskey would just drive by. He was driving by in 2015. He drove. I stayed next to his house in Lekki with a guy who owns a club called Escape, which is the biggest club. It's called the Duke. I stayed at his place because these guys have like 6 bedrooms. Whiskey's house is next door. I saw this guy driving out in cars. I'm like, a Bentley? 2015, 2016. And it just makes perfect sense. But also, there are 250 million of them. Let's not be fooled. So of course you can fill up 1 million.
Yeah.
So the diaspora, there are 40 million people outside of Nigeria. Over 200 million inside Nigeria. So it's very hard to compete. Yes, but either way, Ugandan music we should be doing a lot better than we're doing.
Oh, exactly. Lilian Lucky is saying, please ask Navio to compare for us Uganda's music industry with Kenya. What is the difference there? Because these days now you say the music
Kenya
that is happening in Uganda these days
Kenyan artists are very much less appreciated when they're starting out. It's only starting to change now. Ugandan artists, if you're hot, the Ugandans will let you know.
They don't care whether you have talent or not.
Yeah, they're like, if you're hot, if you're on fire, you're making me dance, nice.
I know.
Kenya, it takes a long time to convince the crowd
Can you imagine?
to love you and
To
fall
love
in
you
love
and
with you.
appreciate your music.
You usually have to blow
Wow.
outside, which kind of can be the same in Uganda.
In Uganda these days, trust me.
But they
In
say
terms
there's
of
long as they
talent,
make
in
it.
terms of performance, nobody is coming close to Ugandan artists.
Oh, really?
I'll get on stage in Malaysia, guys are like, they've never seen energy like mine. I'm like, have you ever seen the Coco Finger?
I know.
Energy
Right?
like honey?
Gravity.
Mahal.
Are you going to bring gravity?
To where?
Gravity, and I think Navio have it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I have no issues. He has a show on the same day. He brought his show on the same day.
That's what I was trying to talk you.
That wasn't a poke, that was just a slap and then the elbow to the jugular.
I wanted to
But
get
I-
your
I-
reaction.
I think your audience is different. It's different.
It's even different
It's the
anyway.
same.
But
Yeah, I have my biggest supporters are downtown. So it's the same for the most part. But I also I do have a slightly different. But neighborhood Navio, I do it for the people.
yeah,
Uluwamba,
do
I'm
it
in
for
the
the
streets, man.
people.
I'm in the streets. Trust me. Go past the saloon anywhere. You hear Navio.
yeah, true.
Oh, man. I remember watching promoters say that, and what they said is that there is no money in concerts. Navio. So are you doing this, the 20 years of Navio, for money?
Money.
Because I don't think you get money.
every
Or you're
move-
just doing it for your fans.
Every move I make for me has to make business sense.
Eh.
Every single move has to make business sense, and I think that is probably one of the things that could. I can't really say it's a downfall because I've done well, but really I could have pushed further even into international if I had just taken a few more risks. But for me, everything has to make business sense.
Nice.
When it comes to the fans, though, I do have a soft spot. I'd have done the show no matter what, but I'd have taken it to a beach, we have a big party. But guys, when they're like, oh, this is serious, you know, when once it's like, man, you say 20 young guy, can you just rewrite this proposal? Give it its good time, please. So I was getting a lot of that, even from people in the crew. They're like, let's do this the right way.
Okay.
This milestone, about 7 other artists have hit it.
Wow.
Who've had the album of the year. I just had album of the year.
Of the year.
After 20 years, that happens after 2 your 3rd year.
Yeah.
You know, at most your 10th year. Have album of the year 20 years after this.
After?
That doesn't happen. So it's a big blessing, and I realized I have to take it seriously because I take my fans seriously. They take me seriously.
Yeah.
So you know, let's all take it seriously.
Akankwasa Brian says,
Give them what they deserve.
Akankwasa Brian says, beautiful interview, Navio.
Oh, thank you.
And then Nyesijire is asking you, your music has broken out outside Uganda, but then how come other Ugandan artists haven't made it through? Nigerians have made it, like their music is everywhere in Uganda. We celebrate what's wrong with music in Uganda. How come yours is actually out there? Is it
I
because it
think-
started way back? I don't know.
I think we need to try some different things. The problem is, even as a radio,
Maybe the
and
music.
you guys will understand this, as a radio, when you're playlisting
Uh-huh.
and you put on you have Conscience, you put on Conscience and Bob Marley and all of these guys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the mind of a program in another country, when they hear Uganda music, hey, let's put him on that Sunday show, that playlist with the Jamaicans, and let him try and compete with them because they're both doing patois. Yeah, you know, he has some Luganda there.
The
As soon as they hear
instrumental and everything.
Olimu Caribbean, which is a market to 2 million people. You
Okay.
understand? Way a bigger market than the Caribbean, technically. But they have Bob Marley.
Oh,
And so, you know, and a few other guys. That's one of the problems also. I think if we had got our own unique sound, like when I did in Jogging, it was also to teach.
Oh, it was a unique sound.
It was
nice.
also to teach. Because that thing, even though people are like, oh man, you really tapped into the locals. I'm like, that thing got nominated at Afrima Awards.
Yeah, it was a nice one. I loved
In
it.
between Wizkid and Davido. Best video, best song. Tiwa Savage, Davido, Wizkid. Best writer. Tiwa Savage, and he won that on my way.
Oh.
So Chito Kenneth won it, but he needs to give half the award to my mother. She also busted some lyrics on that one. She was also there. Well done to Dr. Manichigozi. So yeah, that just shows that there's something unique in our traditional music.
True.
Well, that is our culture. That is that thing that's unique. That's what shocked. That's what shocked people for that. And that wasn't the only award show, by the way, where Jogadaza was respected without me pushing. I didn't push the song there.
That song that much.
Because it blew up here, I was like, it's done what it's done.
Because it was different.
Yeah.
It was different, like Navio.
Like, what is
Local,
he wearing?
What's wrong?
A kanzu.
People were like, I know.
Salam alaikum. I was like, no. So there was all the intrigue. They had never seen our culture like that. The women, they're like, oh, what?
I know.
Why are the waists? But is it a special effect?
Really?
Because the woman is just like this. But down, they had never seen it.
Oh, that was cute. So I understand. We have to change somehow.
Did you do housework or you're still a celebrity even at home?
Housework. Boarding school at age 5. Whoa. Corridors must get swept, maybe.
So we have to, like at home, house chores and everything.
Jeans must get cleaned somehow.
You clean them.
5 years old, oh, the biggest chore was learning English.
No.
No,
Uganda.
actually, Uganda. That's what I'm like.
When I went to school, I only spoke Uganda.
So what happened? Where did the Uganda disappear from?
Just in school. And they put up a law that we weren't allowed to speak. I used to be there as a kid called Paulo, and he used to speak Uganda, and he's a Uganda. He used to speak Uganda, and we'd just be going back and forth. We had another tennis teacher called Duncan, he passed away. It was cerebral malaria, rest his soul, but he heard us talking and he was like, these kids are abusing. I was like, we're not abusing, we're making the jokes. But yeah, he basically they had a big thing about it in school, and no one was allowed to speak the language. So after about 5-6 years, I slowly felt it going. I was okay though, even when we started clear cut, I was always doing Micah 1 plus Uganda there. 6 years after that, 6 years in South Africa.
English.
Zulu. Try to blend in with the guys there as well, you understand? When you're out there, there's a lot of other tribes and stuff that you get into.
So you cried for love?
Didn't you?
Cried for love?
Right?
Have you ever cried for
Cried
love?
for love.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Really?
At this time, you dodged the quickie one. So this one.
No, I mean, I think it was a beautiful thing when my wife agreed to marry me. I felt some tears there.
Oh, you got emotional?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and I love you, but now.
Hey, you mean heartbreak?
Hey.
No, never.
You've been the heartbreaker.
Clear cut.
The heartbreaker.
Yeah, no, I'm not a heartbreaker. I'm actually a gentleman. I'm a gentleman.
But
I
you've
think
broken hearts.
I think I've broken one heart.
They
But
have broken yours?
it was their fault.
They haven't broken yours.
No.
They haven't broken yours?
How come?
I'm too strong. I was raised by a woman. Yeah, African woman from Boyogirere.
Do you know men cry?
Yeah, like,
Like how can you leave me? How dare you? I invested in a lot. You wasted my time. You're the one that.
So why you making them invest so much?
Yeah, because I'm a woman. Hey, you're supposed to invest in me, Navio.
You heard it here first, right here on the Navio show. Bring it to you live and direct from Kampala, Uganda. Yes. Keep tuned.
Okay, so Navio, what have you ever been rejected though?
Have I ever been rejected?
Yeah, so
oh yeah,
pursue a girl and
plenty of
say,
times.
nope.
I believe that is how you get good at something.
When they over said no, you start
What did you
learning
do? You
that.
borrowed your mom's
That-
car, and
that's-
then
I have to impress the
my
next girl.
mom bought her first car. My mom, listen to this. My mom bought her first car in 2020. My mother bought her first car in 2020.
all the rest were government cars.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense now. Okay.
Bagambe to the-
So now you would use her car to impress the next girl.
It's 3 years ago, my dear.
No, not 3
Nobody's
years
driving
ago.
a government car, my dear. Nobody's trying to.
How did you impress those girls? Like, what was your move when you
I
say
mean,
no? Because you're not supposed to give up as a man.
Humor.
You would come up with lines, pick up lines.
Not pickup lines. I don't think I was always the guy who was like, hey, girl. But I mean humor, you know, Baganda when actually you crack jokes, what, you know, you
Not
hustle
money.
there, you make them giggle, you tickle.
I thought you'd give
But now you have not
Ah.
even talked about money. That means you never give out money to girls.
No,
Do that.
no. How do you know it's real? How do you know anything's real? How do you know anything's
What do
real?
you mean that? So you mean when you put in
No,
money, it's not real?
if I'm having dinner, I'm always going to pay for it.
Yeah.
If I say come and meet me, I'm always going to pay your transfer.
Yeah.
You've taken time to come and see me.
Exactly.
Always make sure you get home safely. That is a gentleman. Guys, please at least do
Now,
that.
what if she says she's missing you?
Oh, I miss you too, baby.
No, what if she is the one missing you?
And then
she
we go-
wants to come
yeah.
over.
Do you still take care of my bills?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Navio.
Now, sometimes you just jump off the border and you come inside. Do I know?
So that means money is not.
When she jumps off and then comes, oh yeah. Oh,
So you
can I
don't
have?
encourage
Can I have?
people-
So-
I need to pay for this border. Do you have? Oh yeah. It's just
So you're
let's be
telling-
human beings.
You don't tell guys.
Not
to
everyone
give-
is a millionaire. Not everyone is a
I
billionaire.
understand. In your own means, you're trying to tell guys though, don't give out money.
I am.
Literally.
I am saying,
Unless it
do
is
not
serious.
let that be the defining point of your character.
Okay.
That's not what defines you as a man.
What defines a man?
A man is the ability to try to provide the best life he can for himself, those around him, his family, and Uganda.
Uganda at large. Okay.
Yes. Sabasajja kabaka awanka.
Nonna abagereka agerekera Kaize.
So now your marriage. How is marriage?
Oh, fantastic.
Would you encourage like people? Oh really? So those who keep telling us marriage, men keep telling us they are stressed in marriage. Marriage is not easy. Please don't come decide.
Hey. It's
These
tricky.
women can dictate. These women,
If
I
you
no
have-
longer live my life.
If you have gambled, you see, now being someone who I would suggest what you call a 3-year program.
3-year program.
Don't do the 8-year like me. That was pushing it. But a program where you get to know each other
Okay.
is very important.
True.
You need to know everything about this woman. She should know everything about you. The main points, please share information between each other. You need to know certain things. You know, what wake up time, your view on hygiene. These things are make or break. It doesn't matter how you enter a house. Someone tells you as a Uganda, oh yeah, I shower once every 3 days. With a name like Uruguay, it doesn't matter how much I love you.
You're out.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
I know.
So, you know, small things that you didn't know before.
Yeah.
You shower once every 4 days.
It is like wow.
You know that
That is a
and
deal
for some
breaker.
people that's something.
It's a deal
you know?
breaker. Yeah.
So, small things like that. You know, hygiene things. It's good to know someone's habits, the day to day, because
That means
you
they
know
need
who
to-
you want around your kids. You understand? And you're going to have kids later.
Oh yeah.
So, you know.
That's why you had to first put up together.
I
Do you
mean, I
encourage
put
people
up.
to put up? Do you encourage them to
Yeah,
put
I
up
mean,
together?
there's people who have religious views on this and everything else. I feel like you can get to know each other without necessarily putting up. But for me, it's great to have to wake up next to someone and you still want them to be there,
Oh yeah.
and that vice versa. When someone wakes up and they're happy to see you,
Oh yeah.
you know, it also breaks down a lot of barriers. You've seen me in my most natural state. Like,
yeah, this one, Bambi.
this is me at my most vulnerable. You've seen each other in the States, come back late, make you breakfast, you make me breakfast, we talk, hey, you take your eggs like that, your coffee like that. Just day to day for me is what builds a strong foundation. There are other times where you see someone, you talk with them, and you simply assume, you're like, I have to investigate this one. And the people who are ready to go, they're like, trust me, the way she looks. All my life I've never seen melanin so it's you're infatuated. I wouldn't call it love.
Yeah, but that's an infatuation.
Yeah.
They always look at that. These days it's about the nyasha, hips.
This funny,
Then they go with that.
I don't know what these days.
Even do you remember back? Oh, the bombs. Anyway, right.
But Navio has everything.
Navio has a what?
No.
Has a booty?
No, all of them. She has everything, so so you may find Navio also has
the physical picture.
Another.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen. The heart wants what the heart wants.
I know.
But it only loves what it loves. So some people love just the physical.
Yeah, true.
They can have a ramshackle bed once every 2 weeks, person in the house, what. They look good when they come up. He's happy.
Yeah.
Because he wants to show something else to the world.
Yeah, true.
Or there are people who are obsessed with being with a white person.
Oh yeah, brown skin person.
Yeah,
True.
or they feel like because I'm skinny, black guys going to like me because I'm not curvaceous. Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
or they don't start dating white people even though they don't like white. Crazy things that make people do things outside their character.
Okay.
But I feel like at the end of the day, you know what you want, and that's what you're going to be with for life. So when you're making the decision, I'm with the other guys. Don't rush. I'm now with the other guys. Don't rush. Find the right thing for you, and you get there by investigating, asking questions, talking. I'm coming to my concert on September 2nd.
Please do. Make sure you come through.
then there are these people who take forever to
decide.
To decide, to take you home, Kwanjula, Chala, wedding. Why don't I contribute for myself and remember come? Yeah, even joke.
Sorry.
Yes. As independent women, take matters into your own hands.
Yes.
Oh, so I married this man. I'm like, you know what?
We've been together for quite a long time.
Let me invest.
Pay for my own chickens. Sometimes, man, it's a hard paper.
I know it's
then,
hard.
Then you have to. Then the borrowing for marriages happens as well.
Will the guy value me?
If he hasn't come up with those chickens, well, to be honest,
I've seen some women these days doing it.
Yeah, to be honest, you're not defined by how many chickens. You're defined by your mind, how you act, how you carry yourself. You're not even defined by your reputation, but how you are, your aura, your charm with people, decorum, how you let loose, how bad of a soul are you. Those are the things that define you. Okay. It's nothing to do with the amount of chickens that we do, because it's very important for culture. Yes. I'm doing a TV show right now on culture, so I know how important that is.
Oh, you're serious about the TV show?
Yeah.
Hey.
I have a show on TV. Yes, I'm a presenter.
Wait,
No, the cameras are just following me. It's more like documentary style.
That's nice.
And we go through Uganda, all the different tribes. I'm going to go to all the 50 tribes. Just talk with them, speak with the elders. There's a loose king there I can talk to. Okay, if not, we just appreciate. And then at the end, we make music. Beautiful music in the style of the tribe. So culture is very important.
Yeah, culture is important.
So that stuff, some people will be like, oh, why do we for Kamira? Stuff like that. I believe it's very important in certain spaces. You're there, Kwanjula, we know no one wants you to be kneeling for me when you bring me chai. That's cool. But in certain settings, it's just part of culture.
You have to kneel.
You guys also don't want to wear a sati in a kanzu. And they, you know what I mean? Sometimes they go messy, you're like, oh my goodness. You do it for culture. This is your culture's pride. This is how the grandparents did it. God damn it, my name is Ruwama. This is how I'm going to do. I believe it's very important. So those kind of things, Kwanjura, I think it is important. You have to do those. I did those.
Yeah.
No, but what if
You know,
somebody's
but-
taking forever? They're saying they're looking for money. They like saying they're looking
So
for
would you
money.
advise men to get into it?
I mean, you can say that to see how serious he is. Be like, yeah, no, it's okay. I'll pay for my own chickens. Can we just get over this?
But
Let's
when-
do the traditional, and then we move forward with our lives. Is that okay with you, Simon? Or what, Johnny? Or what?
So what if he doesn't have the money at the moment? Would you advise a man to proceed with marriage?
Now you're talking marriage or Kwanjura things?
No, the whole thing,
Two...
because the tradition is marriage. these
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
So I'm saying, okay, if a man is single, you're okay, not single, but you're dating,
Yeah.
and you want to see your woman wants you to settle down, but you're not financially ready.
Yeah.
Would you advise such a man to proceed,
I
borrow or whatever, because there's much pressure there?
mean,
Or you're like, no, wait until you're ready.
I feel like Kuchala, those kind of things
Yeah.
can be done. That can be supported always.
Okay.
But the weddings, and I cannot tell anyone how to get married. People want fairy tale weddings. Sometimes they're going to have to borrow from them. I personally went the other way, and I said I don't want to borrow a single coin.
Wow, that's nice.
We got married in Sweden. We were supposed to come back here. COVID hit, so we haven't even done the thing we're supposed to do in Uganda yet. But who knows, man? There will be some things that you might have to borrow money for. You don't know what someone else is going through, and what the wife's vision is, and what the husband's vision.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to be like a princess today. I want a carriage. I want this type of dress. Well, it's like, well, how can we make this possible unless I sell everything I own, or I ask friends for money? So I believe it's different situations. But sometimes I see these millionaires also doing wedding meetings. I'm like, you first tap on that billion.
Right?
I'm always a fan of just myself. For myself, I know that my wife doesn't give two hoots about pompous swagger, how we looked in the media, what. I mean, I can sit and eat G-nuts with the askari outside here, and I'll get on the front of the newspaper. I don't need to do anything for fame.
Oh yeah.
So that's not what for me, it's really about the woman, looking in the woman's eyes and being like, my dear, are we together? That for me is the most important bottom line.
Wow.
And I do think they say marriage also has a bit of modernization.
Yeah.
That's what I was told. I don't know how far true that is. John Sekawa said that.
Yeah, I mean, they have women proposing. I saw one the other day. Yeah, I was very happy. But I did fall down. I almost fell down, but I was happy. So,
But would you get the idea of somebody proposing to you?
I mean,
And like, Navio, will you marry me?
man.
And then you kneel. You'd say yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't let her kneel, but I would,
say yes.
if you're asking, I'm going to give you an answer. No. Or yes. Whatever. Yeah.
Or you say yes here, then outside you say no.
Yeah.
When all the
No.
guests are gone.
I know a few couples which have
Done that.
done that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, and actually we're going to have a few people proposing live September the 2nd at Sheraton at my concert.
I have to come through.
So come and check.
So that those men, Uganda men, how they are with their egos and everything, not helping their women with house chores. Number one. Number two, you have kids. You don't want to help out with your children. She's busy doing whatever she's doing and the child is crying. You don't want to help out. You can't even change the diaper.
That's crazy.
You change diapers as well?
Yeah, everything.
Nice.
Everything, bathing,
I don't know.
get ready for school in the morning. I've done it all for an elongated amount of time.
Wow.
In fact, when we're in Sweden, you don't have anyone helping you at the house. No nanny, nothing. It was me and her. She had just given birth. It was me and her for 8 months straight with the baby.
Wow.
And then we had another baby directly after. You know me. We had another baby directly after. And so it was just me and her at the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
You change the diaper.
Everything.
Changes.
See, it couldn't even compute in her head. She had to ask.
She said she did it for
Everything.
8 months actually.
Everything. That's for the first one. Then the second
Why
one.
did you take a picture? Anyway.
I have pictures. Yeah, I'm sure. With my phone.
Hey, you have a picture changing diapers.
While you two talk, changing diapers, no, but bathing.
Oh, baby,
But for me, that's not even. It's like the same. It's like
Yeah,
the
it's
same
the
thing.
same.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
that is
nice.
good.
Yeah. Me and
nice.
my
That
kids.
means- That means Daniel, Mr. Lugwama
Uh-huh.
and Navio
Are
are different.
Yeah.
The one home is Mr. Lugwama.
Yes.
The one outside. But would you want your kids to be musicians too?
They're like, Daddy, I want to become an artist.
This one is tricky, simply because I know what it entails. I know what it entails. So I would never advise, be like, this is so nice and easy. Because I know that if you talk about heartbreaks, we talk about heartbreaks with women in the music industry. An industry based on how much people like you. Imagine how much of yourself you attach to that. If people don't cheer, it's like you don't feel like, oh, they don't like this brand that I've invented. You feel like they don't like Wama. Oh, you go home, you're like, people's hands were down, people didn't cheer, no one downloaded, they didn't care about the video. They were like, you know. So we attach, and that's actually very important for mental health of the artist. You've created a brand. That brand may work for some time, it may not work. There may be competing brands which do it in a slightly different way. That one is taller, smaller, shorter, well, more thug, more hood, less hood, handsome, not handsome. There's so many factors. So people really take it personal. Like, people are not cheering for me, that is me. They really, it's not, you know, but it's just a brand. You as a human being, you still have self-worth. You take care of your kids. You do this, you're a man, you try and provide. You try and get good ideas, you try and get better, you try and learn. That, for me, is the most important thing.
So how do you deal with female fans now that you're married? Because I know, that they'll be like all over you, oh my God, Navia!
Female fans are the best, man.
So unless you prepare your wife, you're like, you know what, there will be this crazy one who will come and...
She knows, I've been tackled in front of my wife. Wah, down, wash. Oh my God,
I've never thrown...
sorry, is this your wife? I've seen your picture before, sorry. I just wanted to say hi.
What? And then
So, as long as I don't have a wound...
Have they ever thrown...
plenty.
Female fans? They removed the bras.
They did, especially in my younger days. I think nowadays, you know, our culture, they look at the woman and they're like,
It's true, Nickers.
police. Oh no.
Oh, no.
And we are taking cool. It's not what we do in front of our people. No.
Hey, but these days people charge. Chosen Blood, they touched his private parts.
Oh.
They squeezed it back.
Like in a bad way. When they are tickling.
But instead, then someone tried, it's crazy.
One man.
This is sweet.
Yeah.
Putting him to sleep.
Me. Me with kids.
That's beautiful.
From the first one, I was best friends.
Wow, that is good. But I'm glad.
There are just too many pictures here. Millions and billions and zillions.
Those are moments. That is cute.
Hey, that is good. That is good. You're helping out at least. Many don't.
Me too. You can see every sleeping time.
I think he loves your chest.
Yeah. Just. See, ladies, you're not the only ones.
Navia, would you advise someone to stay in marriage even when they're not happy, when they're being battered, when there's violence?
No. GBM, that's all I do in the refugee camps. That has become the main focus. We are there, we're trying to feed the chaps. We're like, wow, why is every other woman in this line bleeding?
Bleeding?
Yeah, like women are coming through the line.
Like bruises and everything.
Yeah, bruises. Like, what's going on? The babes are playing rugby or what? And they're like, oh, there's a lot of gender-based violence. I'm like, why am I only hearing this now? So actually, on an episode that's playing on my TV show today, Thursday, 8 p.m., you can see the clips of me in the refugee camps. We're doing scout activations, trying to keep the kids busy, talent shows, all that sort of stuff. And it just creates something for them to focus their creativity and their energy into. Because when you don't have that, then you just have people sitting around, okay, babes getting drunk. And that's how, altercations and stuff start up. And then you have the household issue with the slightly older ones. But at least it helps to keep the kids focused, which keeps it has a ripple effect, I think. It's people of all ages who can join up, with the stuff that we do. So you have some people there, fathers who are doing a play, fathers who are coming doing what they do, and then also getting the correct counseling. Just
Have you ever thrown?
to be realistic. Some of these guys came out, they worked their whole lives, got their swimming pools and houses, and then they kicked out. Now they're there at the border running across. They have to stay in a little shack and whatnot. That's how it starts to happen. It's like, I worked for this already. And now also the woman's looking at you, the one you wanted to provide for. A lot of times it happens from the shame that the man feels. One. Two, the second way that it happens with this battery is it's been passed on generationally. When you see
My
simple
dad.
things, when you see simple things like the way someone reacts to a mosquito landing with them, some men will do it like that. They literally almost like they're waking up from, what I mean? Yeah, so like a woman does something, they be they've seen their dad do it.
Yeah.
So it flows out
they
of
feel
them,
like
and then
it's okay.
the guy actually even hits and he's like, oh, of course the guys will continue.
Yeah.
But there's some guys who the guy will give you an just off, instinct. And he's like, he also goes and researches this. So there may thousands of guys will be like, where did that come from?
Wow.
And for all of them, it was a long line of the father. Is it the father abusing the mother, or it's just reaction? Like Chris Brown with reaction.
Oh yeah. It's
You know?
a reaction.
Wow. And for him, he has very fast hands. There was quite a few punches before he caught himself. There's no excuse for it. As men, we should be aware of it, and we should be counseled, and we should know that going into a relationship, I believe that even pastors and preachers, when they go to church as a couple, you be like, listen, you cannot let your past dictate what you're going to do.
Yeah.
What you saw the forefathers do, leave that at the door. Let's create a new vibe, create a new state of peace between you.
Yeah.
And then let the woman go and talk to the man and be like, I don't know if you have a history of violence, you need to be very careful about it, even with kids. If there's a lot of beating that happen to the kid, it's so easy for that to
To be passed on to the next generation.
because it's a reflex.
Yeah.
They learn it as a reflex.
Yeah.
SWAT
Like a
and mosquito.
mosquito.
Someone drops a glass, I used to get whipped. So you see your kid drop a glass,
And then
you're like,
immediately-
you have to catch yourself. Why am I about? Was I just about to hit my kid for dropping a girassi? Sorry, that's Jaja. I used to say with my Jaja, when I dropped things, she would hit me. Oh, that's old school. Come, let me show you how to sweep it up. Better.
So this is what happens.
Let me show you how to sweep it. Come, hold. Yeah, when you drop a glass, you sweep. Now you have a well-rounded kid.
Did I ever thrown?
But you drop the glass, you beat the kid, you end up sweeping it anyway.
Yeah.
Teach them what to do.
Instead of
Anyway,
beating them.
I can go on a long time with this psychology stuff. I
No,
studied
but
a bit of it in
no,
school
that is
as
true
well.
because we always see many stories like just a parent beats up a child just because he ate food or I don't know, didn't do house chores and stuff like that.
I'll tell you another thing
Like the
with
way
men.
disciplining children.
Yeah, another thing with men. All of us had an experience where when you injure yourself, your father wants to hit you.
Hey,
We cannot.
Hey, yes.
It cannot be explained even to a woman.
I know. I'm trying to understand.
When you hurt yourself,
your
No,
father
but
wants
you feel
Overdo it.
because you feel it like the child is really a part of you. I
Yeah.
don't know, as men you really feel it. When the kid comes, the kid can come. But you're like, what are you doing? You start shouting at the kid,
Yeah.
because you're so.
What happened?
It's like you've injured the person I also care about, but it is you. There's a bit of that, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
that GBV thing.
But even
When I got into it, there's certain levels. I thought it was so simple. Me, last time I saw a guy beating his wife in the club, I manhandled that film
Wow.
personally. Then I didn't think about those two are still going home together. You understand? So instead of coming in peaceful like a friend, I could have even befriended him
Yes.
and kept a closer look at what's happening. He can invite me over and we talk. Hey, does this happen a lot?
Yeah.
No, that thing I saw you do. But now I came in all guns blazing. I'm gonna check. Hold him. Wait, you know? They're going home together. Who's he going to take on the frustration? Man,
Oh,
now
the
you embarrass me.
woman.
And you go to embarrass my celebrity because of you, woman. I'm sure, you know what I mean? So I've just learned from dealing with the
So how can
refugee
we
camps,
discipline
GBVs.
children? Parents.
Me, I believe talking is the best. You need to,
Talking.
once you get that respect and love between a kid, they get scared to disappoint you.
Oh.
They get scared. You know how your mom can do shit like this.
Yeah.
That
That look.
eye.
Yeah. I like, done something wrong.
For us, it was our generation. It was, what's
That
happening
eyes.
later.
Yeah.
That
You know,
look, eh?
They're like, but
the
with this
visitors.
generation, you can do it without having to.
Okay. Someone is asking you about business ideas.
I
As
have a
youth for
book.
youths.
I have a book dropping October 19th.
You're gonna
You
give
really
us
have to you have to be
business ideas?
specific about business ideas. What's his name or her name?
Her name, Lillian Lucky.
Lillian Natch.
Lucky, yeah, Lillian.
Oh, Lucky.
Lillian. Like, talk to us on some businesses that you
Businesses.
started that they can also start. Maybe they helped you out. That's what she was saying. I know.
Okay.
Have they ever thrown?
But I believe the
You
latest one
started
for me was
with-
probably farming.
Is that at farming?
Something
In
that
2020, she's talking about COVID.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah.
Oh,
During
yes.
COVID, how did you keep yourself busy, maybe?
the farm was a big one, I think, that kept us afloat. Originally, it's something that I thought was a good idea.
Farming.
And
Okay.
yes, and I co-own land with my family. I don't think anyone else was very hot on the idea. But once we started it and also we saw what it did for us, I think we all came on board. So the farm is called Zuri Model Farm. I'll actually invite you, if you can get her name, I'd invite you to come and check out the farm when you get a chance.
Wow.
Yeah, chickens. Yeah, we had maize there, soya, now we have honey. And of course every type of banana you can imagine, and the Uganda after all.
Because which one is the best? And they have names, but I don't.
Bob.
No, not Bogo.
People were like, you can smell busy.
I like Dizzy.
The flavor is not the same.
You need Bogo. I prefer Dizzy. But they say there are certain types of matoke. Naka what? Anyway, I forgot.
There's even a red one.
Don't be thanks. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Talked. It was a very beautiful idea.
6.
You know, I lost my voice a day ago. And you people have made me talk. I'm not a big talker. Let me drink some honey.
I'm not a big talker. So last advice to the youth, those that want to, I don't know, make it out there, whatever it is they're dreaming for, whether they have money or not, what would you advise to us?
I'd say one, don't give up.
Okay.
You only know that you haven't made it at something when you've given up at it. Harrison Ford was casted at the age of 40 for his first major role, I think in Indiana Jones, or was it Star Wars first? At 40 years old. Before that he was a carpenter. Now he's one of the biggest stars in the world. And at 80 he just released the latest Indiana Jones. Samuel L. Jackson, casted at 50 years old. Was it Morgan Freeman?
Wow.
Yeah, I think he was casted. Before that, he had just played a role in Coming to America, Samuel L. Jackson. Now he's in the top two. He's in the top 2 highest earners. His movies are the top 2 highest earners of all time. All the Avengers, he's been in that.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'd say, whatever you do in life, whether it was a passion that didn't work out, keep it going. Keep the fire burning. Keep creative.
One day.
You know, one day something could happen. So I hate to see people give
Have they ever thrown?
up because, especially if it's a creative thing,
Yeah.
there's this thing called the weekend.
Wait.
Can rotate.
Rotate.
You understand? So you go from the banker, you go to the studio on the weekend. You take your camera out if you're a photographer.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'd say that it needs to be, as a human, stay balanced, dancing. You go to the club with your girls. If you dance real over, the girls overdo it. People see them, they're like, too much. I'm like, yeah.
That's do
She
your
enjoys
thing.
dancing, you
Yeah,
dance.
do your
The ones
thing.
who
You know what I
twerk.
mean? Not twerking, but sometimes people come with real
I
J-Lo.
know.
I'm like, whoa. Kind of crazy, but I like it. People are expressing themselves. I say express yourself.
Yeah.
And then the young
And
couples.
then to young couples out there, learn as much as you can about each other. If you're honest from the get-go, don't act like the coolest person alive and then become a boa once you have us. You understand?
Yeah.
Be who you are from the get-go.
Yeah.
If you're not really a big club person, but the person you love is in the club, maybe tell them, I'm not a big club person, by the way. Can we meet tomorrow? I'm going to be at this library. I'm going to be here. Can we meet and chat? You know,
What
you
if
don't
you-
have to do what your other half does. it would be nice if you could, so you can monitor each other. But you don't have to.
Oh.
So just let them live their lives. Your person doesn't always have to do what you do, but you can still connect something.
Oh.
Yeah. And again, to anyone who's trying to make it in whatever you're doing, go hard. No one is going to judge you. No one's ever going to judge you for working too hard at something. Pace yourself. Learn how to pace yourself. I lost my voice because I was trying to do too much in the last 2 weeks. No.
So you had to relax a bit, ease a bit.
Yes, pace yourself. Know your limits.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, keep trying hard. Keep pushing as hard as you can, but pace yourself.
Okay.
And God will be good.
Amen. Lillian Lucky says, wow, thank you, Navio. I say this side of Charlie Wadjala, you've invited her. She's going to come. So, Lillian?
Zuri Modo Farm, Chitalia. You're welcome.
Okay, so guys, let's meet on the 2nd.
2nd of September.
I have to come through.
We're at Sheraton Gardens.
How much?
20K, 50K. And you can get a table for 3 million and VVIP for 5 million.
What time?
Come through, gates are open from about 4 p.m. So please come in.
Come, let's
in Kampala now the shows have to end at 11:30, 12.
But for you, you're above. Yeah?
Ever thrown?
I was told when you came for the KFM interview.
What happened?
He had a bodyguard. And the engine kept running.
For I had that trauma. For a whole hour. I think a whole hour.
An hour or two.
The driver stayed in the car.
In the car, yes.
It
And
was
had
running.
I need to talk to him about that.
Was it
I think it's still running. Is that your car still running? The engine.
Listen, cars have wheels, they don't run. Okay?
Oh no, the engine.
I know.
The engine.
And then they told us you had a bouncer.
So I'm saying they are all here. So who
They are
is the other
easy.
side?
Yeah? No one is the other side. We're all here.
They gave us that room. I was like,
At
I
KFM.
definitely
Were you
move, I
worried?
definitely move with security.
Oh.
that is understandable.
Definitely.
That is understandable.
People at any time.
I know.
I love you, and also me. I don't like to be told where to stop, where not to stop. If I see a Rolex there, I might say, I go get my Rolex. That's why they call me neighborhood Navio. Because I show up in any nook, I show up in any hood. I'll eat at any nice restaurant I see. Doesn't matter where it is. Mama na logo or Mama who. I'll sit down. I'll have a good time. So yeah.
Okay.
That's
So,
me.
but we're gonna see you on the 2nd of September.
2nd September.
Can't wait.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Navio.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. This has been the Navio Show, live and direct. Tune in next week. I'm going to be talking with Bill Clinton and Obama, and we're going to be asking them the same questions about the quickie. Tune in.